$100 gold he doesn't make it to this site.
Evet, mi general.
He's past the halfway mark.
Too bad. We'll have to bury him over here.
I'll take the same bet you gave Felipe. $100 gold.
I never take money from a woman, but I will take your bet. Hello? So near yet so far.
That's one way to visit a new country.
If you're not betting against his life, how about helping him keep what's left?
We're going across. I didn't understand you, American people. You got your own war. North and South. How many wars you want? You know very well, General Calleja. You don't want American troops in the side.
General Calleja's an outlaw. He's holding Zona Libre without the consent of the Mexican government.
Government? What's government? You got Abraham Lincoln. That's one government. You have Jefferson Davis. That's another government. Viva el General Calleja! Dead one.
Live one, but only just.
What's your name? They want him pretty bad. I wondered what for. Murder? Maybe desertion.
I think you've insulted him.
Oh.
No wonder you swallowed half the river. You just about prayed yourself to death. How did you happen to choose Zona Libre as a landing place?
You didn't mean that. You meant something else.
Zona Libre is a place where friendships don't come easy. Sometimes there's a need in a man to reach out in the darkest places for a human hand. You're worn out. The system deserves a rest. I'll get you a room in this hotel. Pick you up later and introduce you to the town. You'll find dry clothes in the closet.
Thanks.
It's one of General Calleja's enterprises. He's got a finger in everything that spells a dollar. A man comes to the zone to escape the law and finds himself a prisoner. After a while, you get to hate the place.
I see the general's nonpartisan.
There's plenty of partisan feeling here, even among deserters.
Yeah? What's yours?
I'm neutral. How about you?
I'm for the winner. Prizes?
Never ask personal questions about the women who pull you out of rivers, Mr. Lake.
Her?
She didn't stick around for your recovery.
You still haven't answered my question.
Well, she owns 50% of this place. I guess that makes her Calleja's business partner.
I was thinking about after business hours.
Don't.
She saved my life. I just wanted to thank her.
Send her a letter. It's safer.
I heard about the shooting in the river.
Lake, this is Quartz Anderson. Quartz is a genius when it comes to luring Texas beef to this side of the border.
Plenty of Cuban and Spanish buyers here, military. Even after General Calleja's cut, the money's big. I need men, tough men. You want to join my outfit?
No?
I'm tired of fighting the Yanks, huh?
Yeah. What's your excuse?
Senor Lake, you have an engagement with the General Calleja. No.
You're mistaken, Captain. I have an engagement with a bottle of whiskey.
Big honor, Lake. You'll enjoy the general. He's un gran hombre. Most gracious man in the world.
Engagement. Shall we go?
Por favor.
Even with being chased, backtracking, and everything, a man could get here from Colorado in 3 weeks.
How much is it they said in Austin he got away with?
So much you could buy a world with it.
Hey, I was well prepared for any kind of an emergency, eh, Captain?
Por supuesto.
The police, military, the cemetery, you know.
It costs money. The general takes the 20% out of all kind of a business in the Zona Libre.
Of the gross. I like that Yankee term. Gross, not net. Gross. Senor Lake, this is Baron Kirk von Holden.
Delighted to meet you.
Baron,
Do you plan to stay long in Zona Libre?
you self-protection, don't you, General?
Who would want to come after you, Senor Lake?
Peace officers, Union soldiers, maybe others.
I will give you that protection. My guess is that you have an interesting business venture you wish to discuss.
I'd say you were pretty good on the guessing side.
How big is this venture? $50,000?
Bigger. That's jumping a whole ocean, General.
I will be more daring still. $2 million. No less Major Matson. It is Matson, is it not?
I surrender, General. How does the rest of the information go?
You and your Confederates appropriated. I do not like the word steal. A shipment of gold bullion from the Clark, Gruber and Company, private mint of Denver, Colorado territory. Gold that belongs, or to be exact, belonged, to the Army of the North. 5 men, you all disappear. Wagon, horses, gold, everything. Supreme military logistic.
Our information also goes to the effect that you once served on General Robert E. Lee's staff.
What else?
So I ask myself, where in all the world can a man go to dispose of that gold but to Zona Libre, where you can dispose or buy anything?
We can sell this bullion at proper legal discounts. There are international interests.
I didn't come here to sell. I came here to buy.
Buy? What, for example?
Rifles, gunpowder, food, clothing.
We have a good deal of the things you mentioned in our warehouse. More can be obtained.
And delivered to New Orleans?
Yes. From Contra Costa on our side, by the Gulf to New Orleans. It will require a little while to charter a ship.
I'd like to see these supplies, the guns and powder at least, on the way by the 24th.
What about the gold?
I can assure you the bullion will be here.
The assurance is the gold itself. We would like to see it on this side of the river.
You'll have it.
Major, I bow to your courage, your patriotism, and above all, your high moral character.
I bow to you, General. As a man guided only by the code of pure larceny.
I see we understand each other. Buenas tardes.
General?
Baron, it has been a pleasure.
Major Matson of General Lee's staff, leader of raiders, believed headed for Zona Libre with gold.
Mi general, un mensaje muy importante.
A ver. His agents are in Zona Libre conspiring against me. Everyone wants my little country. Maximiliano, Juarez.
You have dealt with traitors before, my dear General.
Find them.
Vamos, hombres, a jugar. Nada más. Está corriendo. Usted vino. 4-1.
Of course. The last time I saw you,
I was lying face down the river.
You look better this way, face up.
I feel better, too.
Tell me, now that you're here, was it worth all the trouble?
Well, it's a little early to say, but prospects are growing brighter by the minute. I buy you a drink for fishing me out of the river?
No, I don't drink, and I like fishing.
I'm curious about something. There are a lot of bullets flying around out there today. You could have been hurt. Why'd you go to all the trouble to save my neck under those conditions?
For the same reason I go to any trouble, senor. Money.
To the señorita for the inconvenience. But I believe the señorita has enjoyed the inconvenience. You will do me the honor of escorting the señorita to my table.
If she wishes.
So you think you can buy my soldiers with the gold of your masters? What a foolish mission. Why, they love me. I've always been fair. I dominate no man.
Your day is over in Zona Libre.
Fair trial, and shoot them in the morning. Except people who do not understand that they cannot have anything that I want, or that is mine. I feel noble towards you, senor, with love towards you, because, for me, you have saved and protected the beautiful señorita while I was occupied elsewhere.
You want me to?
I'm very sure.
Life is full of unexpected pleasures. Buenas noches, amigos. Mi general.
Buenas noches.
Kill this arrogant gringo, who so calmly walks away with a beautiful señorita that I adore. But no, I must take wonderful care to see that nothing happens to him.
That is good thinking, General.
Oh. Right over your cafe. That's one way of keeping the help honest. I seem to have made a mistake.
As a matter of fact, you've made several.
Well, some other time, perhaps. Adios.
Wait. Before you go, let me give you some advice, Major Matson. Surprises you that I know your name? Well, by morning, so will everyone else in town. They'll also know about the gold. $2 million worth, I believe.
You were going to give me some advice.
Yes. Get out of Zona Libre. Get out while you can, tonight. Right now.
And leave you to walk home all by yourself.
Try to understand something, Major. I like you. This is my way of repaying a kindness.
There must be some better way.
Don't be a fool. Do as I say.
All right, I will, as soon as I take care of some unfinished business.
Then don't be surprised if it remains unfinished permanently.
You're forgetting that Calleja wants my gold as much as I want his supplies.
Only he's not fighting a war. He can afford to wait, to gamble. Can you? And I know Calleja. If you're very lucky, you'll walk out of this alive. But then again, you may not be so lucky.
Maybe I will be lucky.
Is it really that important to you?
It's that important.
Such a pity.
What?
You?
Sit down, Matson.
Never doubt the word of a woman.
What?
Nothing. What's on your minds?
Gold. Where you got it stashed, Matson?
I had an idea it'd be safe at least till it got here. The lady said I was wrong.
Smart lady. Now, what about the gold?
Why don't you go back to rustling cattle? This little visit might cost you your lives. I'm no good to Calleja dead.
In about 5 minutes, you're going to wish you was dead.
All right. All right. What's your deal?
I got a dozen men on the other side. We can help you move the gold.
We can get it down to Galveston, a Gulf port, right through Union territory.
I know a couple of big Cuban businessmen will make us a deal on the gold. $2 million in bullion. You ought to get at least $1 million for it, British pound sterling. You declare us in as partners. 1/3 share.
Anderson.
Once you go after somebody with a gun, and even if you kill your man, the affair doesn't end.
I'm not going to kill anybody.
You that good?
How about the gun?
I still prefer not to loan it to you.
It's something I can't step away from. If I do, there'll be more of the same. Drop your guns. Pick up the guns. Friends of yours, General.
And if they are my close friends, then what?
Then I think we both know where we stand.
Very good. Of course, you understand what he means, Baron. He thinks I sent these two dogs to find out about his gold. Very funny. You Americanos and your wild imagination.
Major, you do not really believe that. Or do you?
I'm ready to believe just about anything.
Vargas, Sanchez, these two men are no longer welcome in Zona Libre. Deliver them to the American military authorities on the other side. They are both wanted for cattle stealing, and they're wanted very badly.
Get 'em.
Strange what greed does to a man's mind, and a very sad thing, too. And as for you, senor, I congratulate you. You are un gran caballero. Why, no man in Zona Libre would dare play a dishonest trick on you. Not even me.
I hope you'll remember that, General.
Un gran caballero y muy valiente.
Thanks to your friend Newland. No, he didn't wait.
He's a real friend.
How do you feel now?
Terrible. Looking flat, fine clothes. Nice. Very nice.
I'm glad you approve.
Oh, I didn't say I approved. I said it was nice.
Chased, shot at, nearly drowned. Had 2 good beatings all in one day. Do you still think the cause is worth it?
And the same like the time there were probably 200 men killed in the fighting back home. They must have thought it was worth it. I got a big edge. I'm still alive.
I have no more patience with you.
All right. What would you do?
If I were you? So. Then I'd say to myself, amigo, the Confederacy is doomed. Nothing you can do will save it. Then I'd take the $2 million in gold, and I'd go to Europe. And I'd spend the rest of my life in a castle. That's what I'd do, Major.
I don't believe that.
No? Dedicating myself to a cause.
And this is everything you want out of life?
Everything.
All this and General Calleja.
Go now.
Well, you couldn't have done it without him, could you? Or someone like him. When he goes, this goes.
If he goes.
How long do you really think it'll last? And if it lasts forever, what'll it add up to? Happiness? I don't think so, Senorita.
You know so much about life.
At least I know where I'm going.
Yes. Like they did. My brother and my father. They talked the way you talked. Now they're both dead. Killed at the Battle of Buena Vista.
I'm sorry.
Don't be. At least they didn't live to see the home they were fighting to save bargained away across the treaty table.
Treaty of Guadalupe?
Yes. First their lives, then everything else. But no matter. They died gloriously. The way all good idealists are supposed to die.
And you don't approve of that?
Dying?
Or living for an ideal?
No, I don't. Ideals are a luxury. They're meant for the very, very rich. I'm not that rich.
Then answer me just one question. Why are you so concerned about saving my life?
Concerned.
I don't believe that either. Buried a little deep, perhaps, but still there. Shake my ideals either. Hasta luego.
I am not an unreasonable man. I do not ask that you excuse my behavior of last night. I only ask that you understand it.
What is there to understand about an obvious insinuation? It was clear enough for a child.
In my love for you, Preciosa, I am like a child. What I cannot possess completely, I want no one else to possess.
You've made that clear often.
I cannot help myself. It is like a disease with me.
I'm not flattered. That sort of jealousy few women appreciate.
I am not speaking of women. I am speaking of one woman, you. Why do you do this to me? Have I not been generous? Do you find me so unattractive?
Last night, I would have found a pig more attractive.
It is well known all over Zona Libre who you found more attractive. You think you will spite me by lavishing your affections on Major Matson. That is a very grave mistake, Carmelita.
Listen to me, Eduardo. I find your spies and informants as objectionable as your insinuations. The man was sick, unconscious. I gave him some brandy and let him rest until he was able to stand on his feet. I would have done as much for a dog.
I find the dog both rich and handsome.
And I find him troublesome. Now, if that's the only reason you've called me here, I'll be going.
No, wait. I will now tell you why you're here. Turn around. Turn around, please. Forgive me, Carmelita.
It's very beautiful, Eduardo.
Much more beautiful than the others. So wear it always. And remember.
Remember?
That I may not be as charming as others, but much more powerful. And when I have the Americano's gold, richer.
I told you how I felt about him.
I'm very glad. For his sake. And yours. And now, Preciosa, remember that you called me a pig and have you shot for such insolence.
De frente.
Flanco izquierda. Marchen. Alto.
Soon as Juarez settled with Maximiliano, he'll send troops here.
So he thinks he'll take Zona Libre. Just let him try.
Alto. Flanco izquierda. Marchen. General. A shipment of cotton which Baron von Holden sold to British purchasers in Cuba. The remittance from that is only $3,000.
What? $3,000? It should be more than that. Much more. $6,000 at least.
So I mentioned to the Baron. He claims the price has fallen with the demand.
He lies. The swine lies. He is lining his pockets at my expense.
Can you prove this?
I don't have to prove anything. I'm not a businessman.
The Baron, he's a good businessman.
Took me a long time to realize I dislike this arrogant Prussian. Do you like him, Felipe?
Who, me? I'm a soldier. I don't have no place for a businessman.
Maybe the price of guns and ammunition will also drop with the demand. Eh, Felipe?
With a businessman making a sale, who can say?
If there is a sale, why not? The Baron is now dealing in explosives. Very, very dangerous. If you make one mistake with gunpowder, it blows up right in your face.
Apunten! Fuck!
Still refuse to tell me, Baron, how these Henry repeaters of Union Army issue found their way here.
Greed, Major. A human force which drives men to dishonor. Ironic, is it not, that these rifles will be used against the Union troops?
How many have you got?
Close to 12,000.
Good.
However, Major, there's a small matter. The supplies you have listed, they run far beyond an estimated $1 million.
I have $2 million.
I must remind you, you're not as wealthy as you think. When
I know, I've been told. When you discount, I'll only have $1 million.
Or less. You mustn't forget General Galletta's personal deduction from the gross.
I'll get dollar for dollar. I won't buy.
Are you in a position to bargain?
Are you?
I'm only the General's representative.
I wonder.
You seem to be driving at something.
Just this. I intend to get these supplies, all of them. If I have to bribe for them, or if I have to kill for them. Sleep on it, Baron.
All right.
We done it again. We done it again. Beat them Confederates to a frazzle. Lee's in full retreat to Denver. Yes, sir, we got the Confederates reeling. It's the beginning of the end.
Perhaps this will bring that gold out of hiding.
Well, that's great. I hope the South gets it good. You a rebel, Junior? Way when the shooting started?
Leave the kid alone.
Oh, you're one of them too, huh? More you down here than's fighting a war. Never saw a Southern boy yet didn't have a lily sprouting out of his liver.
Here.
Come on, I'll buy you a drink.
Well, you see, Baron, you worry about my interests, I worry about yours. The Major worries about that other fellow, and I wonder who worries about the Major.
You got yourself a first-class case of nerves, boy.
Since when did you start climbing through back windows?
Since I found too many curious people hanging around the front door. Besides, ain't this Latin country?
Yeah, but I'm no senorita.
Yeah, you ain't no gentleman either.
Sorry about the poke, Jeff. I had to make it look good. Pour yourself a drink.
It's safe. Got a stash not far from Brownsville. But I don't like keeping it there any longer than we have to.
We'll be bringing it across. How about the others? Adamson.
Killed.
Brady?
Killed.
I'm sorry.
It's been rough going, Clete. All the way from the Colorado Territory. Well, you had a fool for a spell. Then they got back on our trail. It's rough.
What about Stanton?
Phil's still with me. He's on the other side. Got everything set? Good. When do we stop moving it?
Tomorrow night. Good luck.
Sleepwalking. Been doing it since I was a kid.
It's a bad habit. I heard of a fella got killed that way.
Yeah? Guess I'll have to do something about it.
I would. Amigo. No, I want to rent a horse. Where's the livery stable?
Oh, walk down there and turn around the corner.
Gracias.
No hay de qué.
We took kind of a bad spill. He's pretty lame. I saw to cover the damage. Sorry about the horse, amigo.
I think, muchacho, I think this Americano lied to me. I think this caballo stumbled into quicksand. Eh, caballo? Why this Americano lied to me?
To discuss these things, but a little while ago I saw you talking to a friend of mine, a man by the name of Newland. What do you know about him, Carmelita?
Very little about your friend, except that he's as interested in you as you are in him.
Is that all?
I saw no reason to go into detail.
Isn't keeping me alive reason enough? You were quite concerned about that the other night.
You seem to forget how the evening ended, Major. I told you I no longer cared what happened to you.
You can't anymore stop caring than you can stop coming to church. Maybe it's because you got the same blood as your father and your brother, no matter how much you try to deny it. If you got one handy.
I got plenty horses. You got plenty money?
Yeah, I got plenty of money.
All right. Get one there. Capitán.
Leave me alone. Don't you see?
But, Capitan, it's very important to see you. I got information about the Americano. The rich Americano.
Information. Everyone has an information about the rich Americano. Not to give, to sell. Stable sweeper. But come on and talk. I can't hear you.
So can everyone else. Come into the office. The general would prefer it.
She's all right. Very close to the general. Very close. Very close.
What harm is it to give this fellow a horse? I know Capitan Vargas keep good watch on him. But when he comes back, 5 or 6 hours later, you should see my beautiful caballo. I almost sick.
What happened?
Oh, the Americano tells me they had very bad fall. But that's not true, señorita. It's easy to see what really happened. Quicksand. That caballo must have sunk 3-4 feet. That's funny, I think. Why should this Americano lie to me?
Maybe you tried to find it out, huh?
I give you my word.
Me.
Well, at first I don't think it's very important, but tonight the Americano come for another horse. I know it's no place to go at Zona Libre at night.
No place to go at Zona Libre, huh? Meet me back here. Pronto!
I hope it isn't anywhere I might stumble into it.
A little too far from here. Almost 6 miles off the river. But very good place to hide gold. Huh?
Very good.
I hope the Americano have a wonderful trip tonight. Maybe the last one. It's all gone.
Get another bottle, Felipe. My compliments, huh?
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. You know, tonight I drank tequila. Tomorrow, champagne. Huh? Y adiós, mamá Carlota. Adiós, mi tierno. ¡Hey! Tequila. One bar.
Money, Captain.
Oh, that's a Carmelita's present.
Didn't tell me about it.
You think I'm a liar?
No offense, but I got my orders just like you.
I give orders. Don't move. Don't move. Don't move, I say. Carmelita! So good.
Listen to me. Vargas knows about the gold. Lopez, the livery stableman, told him about the quicksand.
Quicksand? I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, insult me some other time. I was there when Lopez told him. Now, Vargas will be out with the patrol any minute. You've got to turn back.
It's too late.
Then the gold is there.
Seems I've slipped up. There's supposed to be a patrol headed this way. The lady rode out to warn me. They're a little late. You reckon they might be lost?
Vargas is only stupid when he's drunk. But a man can sober up very quickly. Don't underestimate him.
It could be a trick. I don't like it, Cleet.
I'm afraid you have to. You haven't got any choice.
Well, she's telling the truth, and the patrol is headed this way. What do we do with the gold?
Dump it in the river or hide it in that hole back there. It's too late to start looking for a new place.
The river's no good. It's too easy to spot in shallow water, too easy to lose in deep water.
Well, let's get at it.
This is. But if that patrol don't show, we gotta figure the girl was lying. And we can't let her go back knowing what she does.
Let's worry about that when we're through.
Don't move! Don't nobody move! It's much better. To live Felipe. You know what? That old pig in the bar? Don't give me no tequila. Don't move! Now, everybody turn around. Whoa!
Good boy, Phil. How bad are you hurt?
I'm more scared than hurt.
Did he have his men with him when he left?
No, he just sent out for them.
Well, chances are he came out after you by himself. He was drunk enough to do that.
They have to be pretty drunk to try to load.
Or pretty ambitious. You better get rid of the body, Phil. Take it up a ways and sink it. And see if you can find his horse. We'll finish up here. A lot more. Tracking them down. We got to get back. Get rid of the raft. That look all right?
Good.
Let's get a move on. You weren't feeling well. You left the saloon, came right home to sleep. If anyone came to the door, you didn't hear. Just one more thing. In a few days, I'll be pulling out of here. You can put on an act for Calleja until then. When that boat leaves, you're going to be on it with me.
Cross all right?
I don't quite get you.
The gold.
Oh, I was out with a lady. That's why your question threw me a little.
I think it's about time we quit the kidding, Madsen.
You know something? So do I.
Stupid. About to pull the trigger.
You wouldn't. You may be a lot of things, but you're no killer.
No? What am I?
That's what I'm going to find out. Empty your pockets. You're no killer, but I am. Art Gruber. How'd you know I'd show up in Zona Libre?
Where else could you go?
A Canadian. The Union must be pretty hard up to have to hire you fellas to get their gold back.
You're lucky there, too, Madsen. I'm raw. This was my first case.
Don't feel bad about it. I'd have turned the gold over to Calleja before I'd have let you fellas have it.
In a way, I hope he does get it. Not that I've got any brief for the Union. But if you pull this off, you'll only be stretching out the war a few more weeks. Helping to kill a few hundred more men, and for what? A lost cause. Like it or not, the Confederacy's finished.
Rate, that's about $9,000.
By the way, I assume you have shown General Calleja the sample, or told him about it.
No, I intend to get $1 worth of supplies for $1 worth of gold. Calleja's out to get the gold. To put it mildly, I don't trust him. I don't trust you either. I think you'd make a deal just to knife Calleja.
Any comment I might make to that would be at best indiscreet.
For $2 million, you can afford to be indiscreet.
You're a more direct man than I, Major. Suppose you do the talking.
All right. See to it I get a ship and all the supplies I've asked for. The day they leave here, I'll turn over $2 million in gold to you. What you do with the gold's up to you. Simple enough.
Treason is another nasty word in Zona Libre. However, there are limits.
Cut it out, Baron. You haven't convinced me for a minute. Is it a deal or not?
I have information that Juarez will soon be sending troops to Zona Libre. A force estimated at 5 times the size of Calleja's army. If true, the general will be most anxious to have that gold. Sort of a nest egg, you know. In the event that he's forced to abdicate suddenly.
Well, that's his problem.
How would I go about getting the gold out? To say nothing of myself.
That's your problem. Mine's the supplies. Well?
A telegram I received yesterday. The ship is the Excalibur. She's of Mexican registry, flies the Mexican flag. She'll arrive at Contra Costa in 2 days, then proceeding here at once. After loading, she'll head back for the Gulf and then on to New Orleans.
I assume the general knows about this.
No. As a matter of fact, the local telegrapher and I have an arrangement, so to speak.
Baron, you make the general look like a rank amateur.
But apparently not Vargas.
What's this about Vargas?
He has been missing since early last evening. I assumed you knew.
To say a party has wandered. Well, I don't like it. There's something funny about the whole thing. Standing here, get some men and go out and search. And don't come back until you find him.
Sí, mi general.
When Holden has discussed with you the arrangements been made for use of the Excalibur.
The Baron is not much for discussing things these days. The name Excalibur means nothing to me.
A ship, mi general. Perhaps it's best for you to read this. A copy of a telegraph delivered to the Baron yesterday morning.
Yesterday morning? Why did it take such a long time to reach us?
Perhaps it's because the telegrapher also has an arrangement with the Baron. He must be most delicate in these matters.
Yes? Well, he better be most delicate with the general. Pretty soon now, I think the gunpowder goes... I must get some of these for my army. But when used on my good friend Captain Vargas, that is another story. I truly do not understand what anyone could gain by killing a man so loyal, so generous, and so kind as Felipe.
I can appreciate the General's feelings. I, too, value the Captain's friendship.
But it is not about Captain Vargas that I have called you. It is to find out how far we have progressed.
Our friend here has yet to show us the color of his gold.
Yes, and I'm getting a little impatient.
You'll see it when my supplies are loaded on the boat.
There will be no loading until I see the gold. You understand that, Baron?
Yes.
Oh, about the boat. You have made certain arrangements?
Not yet, General. I expect to have some news in a day or so.
It's very important to make these arrangements. Otherwise, the boat would come in and out, and we wouldn't know a thing about it. You understand, Baron? Also, without these arrangements, it might be necessary to load at night, when everybody else is sleeping. And we are going to load in the daytime.
Yes, of course.
And don't you think it's a little strange, a little odd that a person would come here with a business proposition so big, so vast, so important, and yet not show us 1 ounce of that gold to show that he had it?
I must agree with the General.
I'm afraid you'll have to go on being suspicious, General, until I...
Have I said that I was suspicious? Have I accused anyone of anything?
Of course not. The Major imagines. Mind if I take leave? There are some matters I must attend to. Business.
Go ahead. I would like for you to stay, Major. Oh, Baron, please do not forget the arrangements. Not something I enjoy doing, but under the circumstances. Might be well if you understood the price of treason, too. There is one thing that I won't forgive. That's cheating. Duplicity.
An admirable trait.
Here? I know it's right here in Zona Libre. Captain Vargas found it and was killed.
You're beating your way 40 times around the barn for nothing, General.
Do you deny killing him?
That's right, I deny it. See you at the dock. Oh, and by the way, with the Baron gone, I'm changing my plans to include you, General. Just having my supplies loaded on the boat won't do anymore. I want you there, too. At least as far as the Gulf. That's where the payoff takes place now. Adios.
Patience, Sanchez, is a virtue of all great men. Only fools act rashly.
Calleja.
Yes, what is it?
This telegram just arrived for the Baron. The late Baron von Holden.
Does anyone else know about this?
Only the telegrapher, General.
Throw him in jail.
On the way here.
She was boarded by the troops of Juarez.
Then she will not be here?
She'll be here soon enough, but not for loading.
He was trying to sell this.
At last, things are beginning to clear up. Find what we're looking for.
I'm so relieved, Eduardo. I knew I'd lost it, but I was afraid to tell you. I thought you'd be angry.
I am angry, Preciosa. but for other reasons. Do you know where this was found? No? By the river. Near where Captain Vargas was found.
By the river? Well, how? I don't understand.
Oh, please, Carmelita. Do not insult me with your stupid lies. Oh, about the gold. Where is it?
Eduardo, if I knew where this gold was hidden, I would have taken it for myself and left Zona Libre.
You still deny you're at the river with El Americano? Enough. I grow weary of this play acting.
And I grow weary of your insinuations.
If the General will allow me, it is not for me to question his methods. But there are more rapid ways to determine what is true and what is not.
Get out, Sanchez. It is not for myself alone that I wish this gold. I would like to share my whole life with you. Juarez will soon be here. Even now, his forces are on the way. If you ask me to, I will remain to fight him. But if you wish, we can both go. If you could only love me.
Love you? I despise you.
So, you prefer the gringo? Very well. You'll never have him. Sanchez, get the men. We're leaving.
And the senorita has told you?
No.
If the General will let me try to...
Some bend under will. Others merely rebel against it. The senorita's will is very strong. However, there is another way. A very clever way, which we will try first. You may go now, Sanchez.
See me, General.
They're in there. Some soldiers left with her about an hour ago. They headed for the river.
Why are you telling me this?
Well, I'm looking for new employment. After the way I fumble-fingered this job. If you happen to need a good man...
You're changing your tune a bit, aren't you?
Nope. Just decided I don't like the general very much.
Can use some help.
Yeah, you'll find Fletcher and Stanton inside.
May I remind El General that Benito Juarez is already on his way to Zona Libre? This is no time for experiment.
You forget yourself, Captain Sanchez. However, this time I'm disposed to ignore it. Control him much longer. For your sake, I advise that you try to remember.
How can I remember what I never knew?
Why do you stop? Tell me, Preciosa.
I've heard stories. Is that so strange? Everyone in Zona Libre has.
Well, I've heard stories, too. I know this river very well. And even I didn't know the exact location of this quicksand. It's very, very strange. Captain Sanchez! We will begin search right here.
¡Ya tierra!
Separate. Never should have let that woman walk away. She'll lead the general right to the gold.
Ain't this a picture? Us riding side by side with the man we were hiding from.
No telling how many men Kaya has with him. We may be riding into a bigger fight than we can handle. When we get to the river, we'll move in on foot. Come on.
I know what I'm doing.
Yes, but you're letting this woman twist you around her little finger.
Enough out of you, Sanchez. I lose the respect of my men. Where is the gold? Where is the gold?
Phil, you and Jeff get back to the horses. See if you can cut them off before they get to town. The gold will slow them up. Nolan! Keep me covered.
Loaded. And I am sure Benito Juarez would like to do this thing. Because, Major, it is ironic. You have, in your own way, done for Mexico a great service. The supplies will be loaded at once, and it is my hope they will bring you great success.
Thank you, General. I'm grateful for your help and your good wishes.